Hello everyone and welcome to Alif to Ya with Ala. This is a project I started not only to help other people learn Arabic, my native language, as I found that there were not that many accessible resources and easy to understand resources, but also to document my own personal language learning journey. As you might have noticed, this is the first video on my YouTube channel, and this video will be going into all of the different aspects of learning Arabic as a foreign language. Why should someone learn Arabic? How can it be useful? How can someone self-teach Arabic, and how would the process of teaching yourself look like? How long could it possibly take? And some of my own personal tips for Arabic learners as a native speaker. Starting with why learn Arabic. There are many reasons why someone would learn Arabic. Arabic is a language that requires a very large investment of time and effort. It's not a language that you can just pick up through immersion very easily. You actually have to sit down and study a lot. If you are a native English speaker or you don't speak a language that is closely related to Arabic, it's considered one of the hardest or the hardest language for you to learn because it is very, very different from the way that a lot of very commonly spoken languages function and work. So this is something you should consider when it comes to Arabic learning. It's not an easy language, so are you willing to take up a challenge? Are you willing to feel disencouraged at many times and still persevere? Are you willing to invest a lot of time? And whether or not it's worth it is very much up to you. Secondly, how can Arabic be useful? If you plan on learning a lot of other languages other than Arabic after Arabic, Arabic opens up a lot of doors because, everything becomes a lot easier. It's considered one of the hardest languages you can learn. So with Arabic, there aren't many sounds that you don't know how to pronounce, and there aren't many grammatical concepts you don't understand, since Arabic is so vast and so big. Now, how can someone teach themselves Arabic? How can teaching yourself Arabic look like? So a lot of things are going to be harder, particularly because you don't have the feedback of a teacher with you. I would actually recommend doing a few lessons before you fully dive deep into self-learning, but if you're willing to take on the challenge of fully self-teaching, you can do that. It might take a lot longer, because it requires a lot of self-awareness. You need to know if you're doing it wrong, if you're doing it right, and what you need to change, and how wrong, how off you are, which is going to be a lot harder if you only have yourself to consult. Next is, how long can Arabic take to learn? The Foreign Service Institute categorizes languages in 5 categories, and these 5 categories determine the difficulty of each language for a native English speaker. And Arabic is in category 5, the one that takes longest to learn. And they say that it takes around 88 weeks of studying, or 2,200 hours, to reach the equivalent of a B2 to C1 level in Arabic, along with languages like Mandarin, Cantonese, Japanese, and Korean. Now we've reached the part of the video where I give you some of my own personal tips for learning Arabic effectively. My first step is kind of obvious, but make friends with native speakers. Native speaker friends can help you a lot with pronunciation and vocabulary because you can ask them for help. Whether it be, hey, what's the name of that thing over there? Or, hey, can you help me with some of my homework or some of my exercises in this book? Most of your friends will probably be very, very willing to help you. My second tip is actually to immerse yourself as well as you can. Not everybody can pack up everything and move to an Arabic-speaking country tomorrow, but what you can do is actually try and watch stuff in Arabic and listen to some podcasts or whatever. But on a more specific note, actually, did you know that there are many animes that were translated into Arabic before ever being translated into English? I know anime is very popular. The Arabs are actually very big consumers of dubbed anime, which can be a very fun way to learn Arabic. My third tip might not be something that is very enjoyable to hear from a person that's supposed to help you in self-teaching Arabic, but I would actually recommend doing 1 to 3 lessons with a teacher in the beginning. It gives you a much more solid base and more feedback in the beginning when you need it the most, because you know the least. Some online options include italki or Lingoda for this. My 4th tip is also something that you might not like to hear, but it's actually to not use Duolingo. This is a very disappointing thing to hear, but I tried to do a few lessons a couple months back with Duolingo Arabic to test the resource. But all I found was an incomplete course that actually gives you not just not enough, but some of the stuff they give you is just wrong. Now that we've gone through all of the disappointing stuff, we're gonna end this on a good note with my 5th and final tip. Don't be too hard on yourself. Everyone's language learning journey is so vastly different, it's not failure to be normal. It feels like all that everybody wants us to be is exceptional and out of this world, but don't let other people's comments about your language learning get to your head that much, because you're the one putting in the work, not them. You're studying, not them, and you're going to be the one in the end to speak the language and not them. So don't let the comments get too into your head and don't let them mess with you. That's all for today, so thank you so much for staying with me until the end. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and do all of that stuff. There's more to come, more will be happening, hopefully soon, so make sure to also hit that bell to be notified in case I upload anything new and so you don't miss it. Thank you so much for watching.